Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. Tap the notification bell and be the first to know when we drop a new video. Like and share with your fellow American patriots who love this country. And if you haven't even an American patriot, you are someone who believe and love freedom, love democracy, truth, and don't like corruption, hit the subscription button. Yeah, so as I've always stated that, whenever we're playing a video, always watch it to the end, because you'll learn something, a thing or two from it. And this is the America that, Donald Trump and the MAGA crew wants, where black people are treated less than a human being because they believe that they're superior to black people. In which, when you look at the statistics and when it comes on to race, they're the only race that dwindling in America, whites. Because guess what? Whites, them love them same, you know what I'm saying? If you understand what I mean. When I say same, yes, and them don't love to reproduce. So I want to take a moment for you to watch this video. Watch it all the way to the end. In it, you will see a black man engaging in a tense but courageous conversation with a group of white police officers inside a Walmart store. This man is a black man, yes, in America. These officers approach him with an air of suspicion, stereotyping him solely because of the color of his skin. They demand his identification without just cause, trying to intimidate him. One officer even escalated the situation by threatening to arrest him. But here's what makes this video important. So important. This black man stands his ground, calmly but firmly asserting his rights, refusing to be bullied or demeaned. I need you to really pay attention, because this isn't just a video, it's a lesson. It's a stark reminder of what it means to be black in America today, where racial profiling is alive and well. Whether or not you want to believe it, we know that some are in denial, especially the black maggots. Black maggots. And we are simply existing in public as a black man in public space can make you a target of suspicion and hostility. Not everyone who finds themselves in this position has the knowledge, confidence, or courage to push back the way this man does. That's why this video is far more than just an encounter in a store. It's a testament to dignity and resistance in the face of systemic discrimination. Please watch it until the very end. Learn from it, reflect on it, understand that what you see here is not an isolated incident. It's a part of a much larger pattern of injustice. And remember, standing up for your rights is never easy, especially when you're black in America, where those rights are often ignored, violated, and outright denied. So watch closely, because you are about to see it, not just about him. It's about all of us. If you are black, no, we in 2025, you know that the Spanish who thought that they were white because they're close to white. Close don't mean you're white. No, they're experiencing what it means to be black in America. All along there are black people, it's just that they're lighter than us. So whether you are ready to admit it or not, America was built on the foundation of racism, a system designed to maintain and uphold white supremacy at the expense of everyone else. For centuries, white people have been conditioned to believe that they are superior to black people and to other races on this planet. This belief is deeply ingrained in the institutions, the laws, the cultures, and even the subtle, everyday interactions of American life. But here's the truth, the hard truth they don't want you to hear. White people are not superior, not morally, not culturally, and certainly not intellectually. I first say I hear that. In fact, the data expose the lies of white supremacy. Among America's most educated demographics in America, African Americans, Black Americans, especially those from Africa, earn more doctoral and professional degrees per capita than their white counterparts. They have shattered barriers in every field, from medicine to law, from science to literature, and yet they are still subjected to the indignities of racism every single day. Now consider what happened in this video. A black man was standing in Walmart, minding his own business, paying, checking out, paying for his grocery. Is approached by white police officers who began harassing him, demanding his identification without a shred of legitimate cause. Why? Because these officers, like so many others, believe they can lie, intimidate, and violate his rights without consequence. Why? Because in their mind, the black man standing before them is less than an easy target who they assume will be too afraid, too uninformed, or too powerless to fight back. But today wasn't their day. This black man, armed with knowledge of his rights, his dignity intact, did not bow to their baseless authority. He stood his ground. He exposed their racism and their lies. And in so doing, he reminded all of us that the myth of white superiority crumbles when confronted with truth and courage. This encounter is not just about one man in a store. It's about the centuries of old lies that sustain white supremacy. The lie that black people must accept mistreatment and that they should remain silent, that they don't belong, or that they are inferior. That lie has shattered in a moment. So watch the video closely, reflect on it deeply, understand the racism is not just a relic of America's past, it's alive, well, and insidious. But also understand this: every time a black man refuses to be demeaned, every time they stand tall and demand respect, they chipped away at the rotten foundation of that lie. White supremacy, difference, and ignorance, both theirs and ours. But knowledge and courage expose it all for what it is: fragile, hateful illusion. Today, those officers learn that they couldn't get away with it. And the rest of us should learn from that black man's example, and that we were never powerless when we know who we are and what we stand for. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. This is the United States of America. When we say this is, we mean there's no other America. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
What's going on, my man?
What's going on?
What are you doing here?
He's just standing outside when a cop accuses him of loitering. Calm but firm, he challenges it. The cop pulls rank, but this man knows the law. Loitering laws must be clear. Fourth Amendment protects your space. What happens when the agent finally speaks up will leave you stunned.
Just checking out?
What am I doing here? I'm shopping.
Where have you been lately?
Excuse me?
I got a call. I had a little crazy dude running around, and he fit part of the description at least, and now I'm wondering where you've been, what have you been up to? You look a little stressed, like you're trying to stay chill, but, oh, closed. Okay, cool. Excellent.
What do you, I don't know you, sir. Like, you're asking me where have I been. I'm confused. Like, what's going on? Are you looking for someone, or?
I am looking for someone. If you could just pop your ID out, that'd really make it easier. Like I said, I got a call. Hold on. I got a call. I just need you to comply. Obviously, these guys are shutting down the lane, so you can just have a little conversation with me. We're not slowing anyone else down.
I don't mind having a conversation with you, but I don't know what you're doing, like what type of business you're conducting.
Perfect. I'll explain myself.
You see what I'm doing.
I'm Officer Johnson. I'm here to protect and to serve. I'd really like to see your ID. If you can just go ahead and hand that over.
I'm not giving you my ID.
Well, you are going to be giving your ID, and the more you comply, the smoother this will go. But
I'm complying. I'm not going to give you my ID. You're a man of the law. You know how this thing works. I know how this thing works. I'm not no crazy guy. I know I'm not giving you my ID.
I don't know you're not a crazy.
I'm not a suspect. I'm not a suspect. I'm not who you're looking for. I don't know what your deal is. You walk up to me, talk about.
You got a lot to say, my man. Why you got all this aggression? I mean, it seems a little passive, but I need you to chill out. Show me that ID. Again, if you pop,
I'm not showing you my ID.
You are going to show me ID, and you really started. Hold on, my man. You said you're a man of the law. You really should have stopped there. So obviously, you acknowledge the respect that should be placed my way, right? So I don't understand, if you understand that I'm a man of the law, why, and you're just a civilian, right? So if you're just a civilian and I'm a man of the law, why are you being disrespectful? I'm going to need to see ID.
So I'm not trying to.
I got a complaint.
No way.
You need to stop
You have reasonable suspicion that I'm someone that you're actually looking for. Please.
Listen, I got cuffs that I can use. I'd rather you just give me your ID. I don't need to make this a thing. Obviously, as a civilian, you're showing me some respect by acknowledging my place as an authority of law, right? Now I
respect you.
So as a civilian, you need to let me do what I do.
I would just like to be respected.
You're just a dude, right? So if you're just a dude, go ahead and hand over your ID.
Right, I'm just a dude.
You're just a dude.
Who are you looking for? Who exactly?
I'm looking for, like I said, I've got a description that you partially match.
All right, so what's the crime being?
You don't need that's sensitive information. They're trying to do their jobs. They've got this line shut down. We're not, listen.
I'm doing is trying to go home.
You're not going anywhere till we get a little clarity, my friend.
Okay, so what's the reason you're attacking me?
I'm not attacking you at all. You're the one that's being defensive. I'm here as a member of law enforcement trying to do my job. Now you're doing all kinds of weird you're looking agitated, my man. You're looking agitated. And what happens when you get agitated in the world?
I'm gonna be real with you, okay? I gotta get out of here.
You're not going anywhere. What's gonna happen if you...
Alright? You guys need to do a little bit better. You need to do a little bit better, okay? And I know you guys get hired for a reason. I know you go through protocols and everything. You get training for this stuff, alright? Dude, make it make sense.
Sorry about that, officer.
Seriously.
Have a good day. You guys take care. Crap.
Yeah, so you saw what happened in the end. Now that you watch closely what happened next, this black man, calm and unshaken, pulls out his FBI badge and pull ranks. And the same local cops, who just moments earlier were harassing and stereotyping him. The officer suddenly realizing that they had picked the wrong man to intimidate, quickly backpedal. They stumble over themselves, offering hollow apologies in hope of saving face. But here's the thing, he doesn't accept their apologies. And who could blame him? He knew, and we all knew, that their behavior wasn't some innocent mistake. It wasn't just a misunderstanding. Their actions were rooted in the same deep-seated prejudice and racism that has always poisoned this country. Their apologies were not repentance. They were fear of consequences, fear of exposure, fear of accountability. As the old saying goes, nothing lasts forever, and only promising salvation. The false sense of superiority, the illusion of unchallenged power that these officers and other white people and so many others like them cling to will not last forever. Justice may be slow, but truth cannot remain buried. What many Americans, particularly those who benefit from the system, fail to acknowledge is this: freedom and prosperity that every minority group, every immigrant, every Chinese, Latino, or European in America enjoy was paid in advance by African Americans. Their blood, sweat, and tears, millions of them die for others to come to this country and enjoy some form of freedom. It was black people who bore the chains of slavery. It was black people who marched in the jaws of police dogs and fire hoses in Birmingham. It was black people who stood their ground on Edmund Pettus Bridge and bled on the streets so others could vote, speak, and live freely. It was black people with their blood, sweat, and tears who built the nation wealth while being denied their rightful share of it. America has been nothing short of an hell for African American. Yet despite centuries of dehumanization, betrayal, and discrimination, black people have never betrayed this country. They have served, fought, innovated, and inspired, even as they were treated as worse second-class citizens. Yes, they have served, fought, and innovated, and inspired, but even with that, they're still being treated worse than a second-class citizen. Yes, so whether or not you want to believe it, that's how it is for black people in America. It's American hell for them. And yet, here we are. African Americans are still viewed with suspicion. Yes, they are still viewed with suspicion, still profiled, still questioned for simply existing. Why? Because deep down, many white Americans know the uncomfortable truth that they cannot compete. Not intellectually, not physically, not conversationally. Black people have continually demonstrated resilience, brilliance, and excellence that leave the oppressor grasping at the fragile myth of superiority. Look at America today. The culture, the music, the art, the sports, the science, and the literature, the politics, all profoundly shaped and elevated by African Americans. White people don't have any culture. None. Their culture is moral bankruptcy. The reality is clear. Blacks are not only equal, they are often superior in areas where effort, creativity, and determination are required. And yet they remain the most scrutinized and most surveilled and the most stereotyped, because the truth threatens the foundation of white supremacy. So let this moment serve as a reminder to everyone watching. Black people have nothing to prove. They have already paid the price. They have already earned their place. And then some. It is America that holds them. And no badge, no apology, no nervous smile from a racist cop can erase the fact that it was African America who made America possible and who continue to make her better every single day. Look at America today. The truth is right in front of your face. The dumbest people in the world, in this country, the world know who they are. Have yourself a beautiful day.